Hi, this is Natalie Rydstrom here from SportsBookReview.com. Aston Villa host West Brom on Saturday at Villa Park. Both sides are 15th and 14th respectively and could really use those 3 points at this early stage of the season. Here to give us his free tip for the match is sports writer and BMR contributor Richard Prew. Now, both teams are quite evenly matched right now, but it's Aston Villa who are the favourites to win on their turf. Do you agree?
Not especially. I mean, I think they're probably the more likely winner of the two teams, to be honest. But again, these are two teams who are finding it difficult to win this season. Aston Villa won on the first game of the season, and I've got one draw in 4 games since. They were 2-0 up at the weekend at Leicester, a game I was at, and lost 3-2, and they didn't really look to have a great deal of organisation. And West Brom, they've kept 3 clean sheets this season, but in the other 2 games against Manchester City and Chelsea, they've lost quite heavily. They too need a win. So when you're looking at the outright prices here, Aston Villa at 2.3, West Brom at 3.6, I suppose I'd just about choose Aston Villa, but I think of the 3 outright prices, the draw at 3 to 3.2 is probably a better bet. And the reason for that is that the West Brom manager is Tony Pulis. As I said, if you take away the games that he's played this season against Manchester City and Chelsea, they've kept 3 clean sheets. He sets up away from home not to lose first. They're a very solid team, difficult to break down, and Aston Villa haven't really shown that many signs of beating sides like this season. So if you asked me to pick one of the outrights, I'd pick a draw, and you asked me specifically to go for something a little bit more speculative, I would say something like no goal scorer. As I said, West Brom with 3 clean sheets in 5 games this season. They're not going to concede many goals. Berahino has been unsettled with transfer speculation, and he was their main goal scorer last season. Something like 0-0, no goal scorer at about 8 with William Hill. That looked to me as a speculative alternative for just backing the draw.
All right. I like that bet, actually. There's no scorer bet, and it's sort of different, obviously, than backing 0-0. For people who don't know sort of the no goal scorer tip, could you just quickly run us through that?
Well, obviously, if you can back 0-0 at a similar sort of price.
Yeah.
And I've done it before, a long time ago. The game is 1-0 decided by an own goal. Well, if you back no goal scorer, the own goal doesn't count. So in effect, you have a little more on your side than just backing the 0-0 result. It won't happen very frequently, but it's just a little bit of something in your favour if you're expecting a low-scoring game. And I think these two teams with these 2 managers in these situations is a reasonable one. You're getting much better value on no goal scorer at 8 than you are under 2.5 goals at about 1.6.
All right, fantastic. Richard Prew, thank you for joining us.